Lizzie. I don't ever smoke the dizzy, but we can always share some dizzies. It's just a cup in time. This song doesn't have to rhyme. Life's all of us, not every moment we can be feeling fine. I wanna share a moment, just a second if you will, maybe even a cup of thrill. We could share this performance. It's tea time, come sit with me.
Well, welcome, guys. That's right. Miss Liz is back, and today is a special tea time. That's right. It is the Golden Heart Tea Time. So as you can see, Miss Liz is by herself, but I wanted to bring the Golden Heart Tea Time by myself for the first one, so you guys can get a little taste of what we're going to be doing this year. We're going to do some surprises, some activities, all of that good stuff. Like I've said many of times, Miss Liz's Tea Time is not just a podcast. It is a humanitarian mission to show everybody that a cup of tea does make a difference in everyone's world and life. I don't serve a beverage. I serve real stories, real life changes, overcoming adversities, and even myself. I share the real rawness of Miss Liz, and I thought that it would be incredible to bring in the Golden Cup. As you guys have seen, Miss Liz has a new logo. I have a lot of new things coming this year, so you can see the Golden Heart, and that's the Golden Heart of who we are, how we serve, and what we bring to the table. So today we're going to be talking for an hour with myself. I have some questions and some things that I'm going to put out there. And if you guys would like to jump over to Miss Liz's YouTube channel, it's Miss Liz's Tea Times with an S. And you can subscribe and you can check out over 400 different interviews from all walks of life, with over 67 plus countries, over 175 different topics. So if one topic doesn't resonate with you, the next one will. I guarantee there's at least one topic there that will touch your heart and change your life. If any of the tea times resonate with you, that is part of the Golden Heart. Let's just keep sharing and spreading the love, because when we spill someone else's cup, we actually save a cup. If that makes any sense to people out there that get it. Miss Liz likes to do it different, and I like to get different results, and I like to spill and make a mess. And today we're going to do that. But before we get started, we're going to have the disclaimer, and the disclaimer is going to be changed in a few weeks. I'm working on that as well, because I do know that it's a little long. But the reason for the disclaimer out there is because we have so many people that are impersonating individuals, and I want people to know that my platform is Miss Liz, and there's only one Miss Liz out there. So the disclaimer for Miss Liz's live tea time shows goes as follows. Miss Liz's Tea Time is a global platform dedicated to sharing real life stories, diverse perspectives, and meaningful conversations that inspire awareness, healing, and connection. I, Miss Liz, is going live using StreamYard. Before leaving a comment during the live broadcast, please grant StreamYard permission to display your name at StreamYard.com. Please be advised that all the content brought forward during any Tea Time show is presented in good faith and good health. However, discussions may include opinions, beliefs, and perspectives that do not necessarily represent the views of myself, Miss Liz, or the Tea Time platform. Information shared by the guests is based on their own experience and is perceived to be accurate at the given time of airing. All Tea Time guests, viewers, and participants are responsible for using their own judgment when considering any action or decisions that may relate to the discussions. Some episodes may cover sensitive topics, including but not limited to trauma, abuse, grief, mental health, and other emotional triggering subjects. Listeners' and viewers' discretion is strongly advised. Tea Time with Miss Liz is an open discussion forum designed to offer insight, inspire awareness, and create connection. It is not a substitute for professional, medical, legal, or therapeutical advice. If you require professional support, please seek assistance from qualified professionals or trusted resources in your area. If you have any questions regarding this disclaimer or the content of the discussion, you are welcome to contact me, aka Miss Liz, directly at my email at bookingmissliz@gmail.com, or visit my Linktree or my websites at Miss Liz's Tea Times. By choosing to participate in the comment on or views these live shows, you acknowledge and accept this disclaimer. Your participants is entirely voluntarily. Miss Liz welcomes you to join the conversation with an open heart. And at any time you feel this platform is not right for you, I respect those wishes and decision and welcome you back whenever you are ready. Tea Time with Miss Liz is serving truth and awareness one cup of tea at a time. Um, I really want to put it out there that Miss Liz does different and I get different results. So you'll see different ways of setting up interviews. I have guests coming in from different countries, so we will have different languages, different things like that as well. So we're working on um, uh, I'm trying to think of the word, translators. So if someone speaks a language that you do not understand, Miss Liz will have a translator. We will have the captions on. For hearing impaired, we will have captions on. For people who have eyesight issues or are blind, I strongly advise you to respect that the conversation will take a different toll as well. You will see me avoiding certain words so we do not trigger people. Miss Liz's platform is not for a trigger. So today's golden heart is about kindness, the ripple effect of kindness, true, authentic kindness, not the kindness that we get a pat on the back, we get a photo shoot op or stuff like that, or shout outs. Real, authentic kindness, doing it from our hearts without anybody knowing. And that's what I based my whole business on. Miss Liz's Tea Time was started in my home with incredible strong women from the community, and then it went into the community, and then it went to the virtual land, and then it went across the ways and across the different countries and communities and continents. The reason that I did it that way was because I wanted to show people that everyday people like myself, without the certificates, without the degrees, without the titles. Yes, I have all of those now. But before I started with all of those, I was just an everyday woman that woke up every day and wanted to make a difference in the world. So today I'm going to talk about kindness. And again, I want everybody, if you'd like to put a comment or you would like to know more, you can reach out to me at any time. And I really appreciate this time to be on air with all of you guys. Personal reflection is kindness. How true are we being kind to ourselves? Are we feeding ourselves or are we feeding others? Because the kindness starts within us, just like the golden heart of our cup starts within us. My golden heart was given to me at the age of 4 by my Oma. Many of you know this story. She gave me a cup of tea, but she didn't give me a beverage. She gave me words to reflect, recharge, and release. At that age, I didn't understand what those words were. And as I got older, I started to understand what she meant. She knew I was going to have a hard life. She knew I was going to have to overcome a lot of things, and I would have to forgive people that would not ever be sorry for what they've done. And that was a reflection, a recharge, and release within myself. And we all do that because we all have a story. No matter who you are, you have a story. You do not need the title. You do not need the label. You do not need the degree to have a story. Every single human being on this planet has a story. And those are the stories that Ms. Liz wants to get out there. I have incredible people that I work with that I'm booking agencies, publicists, PR, media outlets that I'm working with to bring topics to the table that I find that are not spoken about enough, or books that are not being seen, and I would like to get them seen. I work with incredible people like Mickey Mickelson from Creative Edge, and the universe sent that man to me, and he's been a godsend. So check out his platform as well. But I want to get back to kindness, the kindness within ourselves. How kind are we to ourselves? What words are we telling ourselves? Are we getting up? Are we being negative right from the get-go? As soon as we open our eyes, we're like, oh, this is going to be a rotten day. I can't do nothing today. I'm just going to stay in bed all day. That's not being kind to ourselves. Some days are harder than others, and I get it because I share those hard days. But it's the mindset we have to change. It doesn't come from anybody else but within ourselves. So those are the kindness that I'm talking about. What does a golden heart mean to you personally? When you hear the word golden heart, what comes to mind for you? I want you to sit, reflect, and release as you listen to me speak today for this hour. The golden heart can mean different things for different people. For me, it's being true to myself, being authentic, being real and raw, showing the roller coaster, showing the mental illness, speaking about the mental illness, but not giving the mental illness power by expressing that we can all make a difference by being ourselves. When I was diagnosed at the age of 12 with manic depression, and then 14 with BPD, and then 16, and then 18, as I got older, more labels came, more diagnosis came, um, more trauma came, more abuse came, and I had to learn how to be kind to myself. I had to be kind to the inner child. I had to keep showing up for that inner child. And that's what the Golden Heart means to me. Showing up, coming as you are, being who you are, dressing up as it makes you feel good, not because you want a compliment from the neighbor or from a spouse or from a kid. Coming back and saying, you know what? I want to feel good today for myself. I want to show up today for myself. And that's personal kindness. We have so many people out there that are trying to impress the world, but are forgetting to impress themselves. And that's what personal kindness is. Coming back to yourself, looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I'm kind to me. It starts with you and it ends with you. Welcome, Lukeman. It's nice to see you. Lukeman was on Teatime, I believe 5 or 6 times. Check out his Teatime as well. Incredible man. The growth that I've seen within this young man in 5 years is amazing. Um, um, all of my guests, the growth that I've seen within the years of them being on season 1 to season 5, it it has made a huge difference. And it all started with me just showing up for others because I showed up for myself first. I believed in myself first. I was like, I'm going to change the world with tea. And everybody thinks it's a beverage. It's not. It's teaching educational awareness, the past, the present, and the future. We all have that. We all serve in different ways. We all show up in different ways. We all create in different ways. We all express in different ways. We all speak in different ways. So it's being different, just being yourself. And I changed the letter from A to E, but it's still T. If you Google in German, T is spelled Tee. That's where my Oma is still represented. Miss Liz is just likes to play with the mind, likes to get you thinking, likes to get you digging deep into yourselves. So I'm still serving tea, but not the beverage. I'm serving transcend, embrace. Again, the past, the present, and the future. Miss Liz is a time traveler. And I've said this many times to my kids, to my spouse, to my family. I don't feel like I'm from here. I feel like I'm a messenger. I feel like I'm here to be a voice for those who can't be a voice, those who are scared to be a voice. And again, it goes back to the golden heart of self-belief in yourself. Um, I want to ask you guys this question. And for anybody that would like to answer these questions and would like to send them back to me, they don't want to put them in the comment section, but they would like to take a chance to answer these questions, you can email them to me at bookingmissliz@gmail.com, and I'll look over them. And if you'd like me to share some of your answers in the future, I can do that as well. Like I said, the Golden Heart is a different branch of Miss Liz's Teatime. So you'll see a lot more of Miss Liz by herself. It's to build the self-confidence, the self-awareness, the self-esteem. How scary is it to get in front of a camera and just talk and know that maybe no one's listening, right? Or maybe a million people are listening, but it's just to show up for yourself. And Facebook lives are scared. It's scary. TikTok lives are scary. It makes us look within ourselves, right? So we're scared. We're like, oh my God, who's going to judge us? Who's going to say this and who's that? But you got to come to a point in life where you got to just show up for yourself. And there's always going to be somebody that says, oh, you could have done this better, or you could have done it this way, or you could have said it this way, or you could have done it that. There's always going to be that person out there. And Miss Liz listens to that feedback because there are ways that I can change. There are ways that I can improve. Positive feedback, negative feedback is good. We need pros and cons in life. We need the balance. It's part of the kindness, right? It's part of listening skills of others. That's part of kindness. It's not a certificate or an award of kindness. It's learning to listen And the word silence and listen spells the same thing. So you know what? We have to silence the mind sometimes, and we have to really listen. So the next question I have for you guys out there is, can you recall a time when someone's kindness made a lasting impact on your life? Could it be a teacher? Could it be a parent? Could it be a child? Could it be a community event? Was it a concert? Was it a celebrity? Was it an influencer? Something that has impacted your life, who has really made a change in your life, who has really said, you know what, because of you, I carried on. Because of you, you gave me the hope and courage to follow my dreams, to follow those fears, jump out of the airplane because other people did it and they survived. So that was the encouragement you needed to do it yourself. Am I jumping out of a plane? No, I'm not. I've said this many times, Ms. Liz is scared of fears. Unless you blindfold me and throw me out, that's the only way I'm getting out of that plane. Um, Next, I want to say is, what's one small act of kindness you've given that you later learned had a bigger effect than you expected? Well, for me, my answer is tea time. I never expected it to get this big. I never expected to have the guest I had. I never expected to meet the people that I have, to work with the people I have. Um, I just wanted to serve tea. I just wanted to bring something different to the table. But the universe and God's work made things happen for me, and it really impacted my life. I have lasting friendships that with my guests. Updates. Some have had babies. Some have gotten married. Some have passed away. We have lost a few tea time uh, guests as well. Uh, for the respect of their families, I won't release those names, but we have lost a few in the last year. So those tea times on my platform on YouTube, it still gives those guests a voice, even though they pass. Their future will carry on with Miss Liz because their story's still there. Their book is still there. You can still purchase their books. You can still hear the stories within them. And that's why I wanted to do Tea Time this way. Keep it so that they could still see. As many of you know, I took off 8 months for my own mental health and personal reasons. And during that time, I've been on other platforms and I felt empty. I felt like something was missing. And I had to sit and reflect and really say, Miss Liz, I think Tea Time needs to come back. I think you need to come back. You need to be there. You need to show up for yourself. As much as I kept telling everybody else to show up, I wasn't showing up for myself, and I had to be real with myself. It was hard, and it was a struggle, but I am back. How long will I be back? I have no clue, guys. I'm going to be real and honest with you guys. Every day is a fight for me. Every day is a battle. I live with mental illness. Um, and mental illness is a chemical imbalance. It's not a person asking for attention. It's not poor me, poor me. It is a chemical imbalance. And we really need to start talking about those imbalances in the minds and bodies and stuff like that. Stop giving out all these labels and names of diagnosis without understanding what they mean. How do you personally keep compassion alive when facing challenges? For me, I look within. I write and I write and I write. For me, writing is what helps me get over those challenges. Coming and facing myself and looking myself in the mirror, having those morning affirmations with myself, reflecting within myself and saying, you know what, Miss Liz, today's going to be a bumpy ride. Buckle up. Or today's going to be an awesome day. We're going to make some awesome memories. Buckle up. Because those memories too need a buckle. You know, uh, good and bad, we got to buckle up in life. Over the weekend, I got to spend some time with my oldest daughter and my grandkids and that. And we went camping and we went swimming and, just a ride to the beach. And everybody was like, oh, I don't need my seatbelt. So I turned around and I said, well, I'm buckled up for all of you. So we're all safe because you're all under the eyes and arms of Miss Liz. You're all under the eyes and arms of mommy and grandma and nanny. Uh, you know, It's little things like that, little moments, little precious moments that we're not even sharing, right? We're sharing all of our awards and certificates and accomplishments, but we're not sharing family time. We're not sharing, how we downsize or how we detox. For the last 47 days, I've been turning my phone off at nighttime, completely off. So if anything happens to my loved ones, they're going to have to come knock on my door. That's just the way it is. We got to start detoxing ourselves. We got to stop turning those screens off and being kind to ourselves and taking time for ourselves. Uh, we all have 24 hours. We all have an hourglass. See, we all have one of these. And we all have the same time. Some of us die sooner. Some of us leave sooner. Some of us celebrate sooner. But we all have the same time, guys. Stop wasting it. Start serving your cup. Start being true to yourself. Who in your life has shown you the purest form of kindness? And what did it teach you? I really want you to reflect on these questions because we're not being true to ourselves. Some of the answers are hard. Some of them are going to make us cry. Some of them are going to make us laugh. Some of us are going to make us scared. But that's what tea time is about. I want you to really reflect on your cup, the golden cup, the cup within yourself. The ripple effect of kindness in action. How many times have you opened a door for somebody and not realized that was kindness? Or tie someone's shoes because their laces were untied? That is kindness. Or letting somebody go to the cash before yourself. That is kindness. Or paying someone's bill because they're short. That is kindness. These are the kindness that we need to start really looking at more. And not broadcast it and not say, I paid someone's groceries today, or I paid for the community's lunch, or I paid for this. It's not a pat on the back, guys. Just be kind. It doesn't need to be broadcast. It doesn't need to be, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. We really got to stop with the me, and start looking at us, we, the team of humanity, the real kindness that lives within all of us. I do a lot of things and I don't tell people. I make donations for stuff I don't tell people. I support an organization I don't tell people. Because it's not for the world to know. It's for me to know that today I showed up for those people. Those people know. The world doesn't need to know. Paying someone's trip, paying someone's coffee. I every day I'm doing something, but I'm not like Miss Liz. Today I went and I paid everyone's coffee, or I paid it forward, and that paid forward. Are we actually doing paid forward, or are we paid for me? Because there's a pat on the back. Well, I paid the car in front of me. I paid this in front of me. I paid that in front of me. Stop it. Bring it back to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Can one act of kindness truly change a community? Why or why not? For me, I believe yes, it can. Because tea time is a community. My guests are community. My guests are connections, collaborations, congratulations. We do it all on tea time. But we don't have to say, I did it, I did it, I did it. Miss Liz is not about me. Tea time was never about me. Tea time was about the tea. The tea that I could bring to the table. The person I could get to the table. The story I could get to the table. The openness and awareness to the table. The education to the table. Education is not just a classroom, guys. Education is through life experiences, through people showing up. Have you ever witnessed a ripple effect of kindness that continued far beyond the ordinary act? So somebody throws that stone in the rock, then the next rock, then the next rock, then the next rock. And you see the ripple effect. Has that happened in your community? Has that happened in your family? Has that happened in your schools? Has that happened in your organizations, your workplace? What effect have you seen within yourselves? What are the unseen benefits of kindness that people often overlook? As I've said, there's kindness around us every single day that we're overlooking. Helping somebody across the street, opening a door, giving somebody some sugar for those cookies. We're overlooking the simple kindness in the world. How can kindness bridge culture or generational divides? I'll leave that up to all of you guys. How can we break it? How can kindness create a bridge of not division, but inclusion? Do you believe kindness can inspire symptomatic change, and why? I believe it can. I believe that we can have world peace if we start working together. Stop dividing each other, stop causing division within our communities, our families, our classrooms. We start bringing people together by actually having authentic conversations, clean debates without aggressiveness, pros and cons. One person will do it one way, the next person will do it the other way. Doesn't mean that either one of them is wrong. And when someone is wrong, we need to bring them forward and say, you are wrong. We need change. And that's what I want to do with Teatime, is I want to bring change. Daily practices of kindness. What's one act of kindness you tried to practice daily? For me, it's affirmations. Affirmations have saved me this year in 2025. Every single day, those affirmations make me look within myself. And as you can see, they'll be on my platforms. There's exercises, there's posts, and I do every single one of them. I really reflect on myself. Writing down in the mirror, telling myself I'm beautiful. I don't need the neighbor or my spouse to tell me or my child to tell me that I'm beautiful. I know I am. I know that I bring something different to the table. And I know that I'm a child of God, a child of the universe, a child of difference. And each and every one of you are as well. How do you balance giving kindness with protecting your own energy? Now that is something I work on. Because sometimes we give, and we forget about ourselves and we burn out. Kindness doesn't need to burn ourselves out. We too can say, you know what? We've given enough. It's time for others to give. What role does gratitude play in living with a golden heart? Being grateful for what you have makes a difference. Having a roof over your head. There are over 1 million people that are homeless, while others have a home and are complaining because there's a crack in the ceiling, there's water leaking, we got to call the plumber, the stove's not working, when over 1 million people plus don't even have those opportunities. Being grateful for the bed you sleep in, being grateful for the TV that you get to watch, being grateful that you have internet, being grateful that you have a voice, being grateful that you have children where others may not have children, being grateful that you're alive, being grateful that you live with mental illness. I'm grateful for my mental illness because it made me have my story that I have today. How do you respond when acts of kindness are rejected or misunderstood? I used to shut down. I used to get angry. I used to be, well, I'm just being nice. Well, you know what? Being nice gets you hurt. Got to be kind, not nice. Because nice only gets you so far. How can we encourage children and youth to carry forward the ripple effect of kindness? By being the example. Us adults need to be examples. If we're teaching our kids to be bullies, are we being good examples? Are we teaching our kids to be lazy? Are we being good examples? Are we teaching our kids to procrastinate? Is that a good example? You know what? It starts with being the example. For years, I couldn't be that example for my children because I didn't know how to be. It took a lot of therapy, it took a lot of showing up, a lot of tears, a lot of work. But I needed to be that example for my children. I needed to show my kids that they had a strong mom. We have strong mothers and fathers out there. We need to start showcasing those fathers and mothers. We have strong grandparents out there that are raising grandkids, because our children right now are just falling, going through their own pain, trauma, recovery. As you've seen on Tea Time, Miss Liz brings a lot of those recovery stories to the table, adversity stories, um, not the poor me victim story, but the story of, what? A lot of shit happened in my life, but I overcame it. I created an organization. I wrote a book. I started a program. I started an organization. I started volunteering. I started um, being a supply teacher at schools. I started being involved in my community, being involved in my family, being involved with my own life. Um, you know, those are the kinds of ripple effects of kindness that I'm talking about today. Kindness in the communities. What's one example of a kindness initiative that transformed a community? Well, there's lots of incredible organizations out there in our communities. Boys and Girls Club, youth club, um, mental health association clubs, Lions Club, Rotary Club. There's a lot of different clubs out there and organizations and programs and services out there that are not getting awareness, are not being seen, are not even being known about because we're under umbrellas. The umbrella of a bigger organization hiding all of those incredible things. Um, One that I really want to shout out to is Empower to Recovery. What Jay Barnard is doing with his organization, his nonprofit, is incredible work. It's recovery, but it's not only for addicts, it's for trauma. We all have trauma. Trauma could be an addiction. Trauma could be abuse. Trauma could be abandonment. Trauma could be a house fire. We all have different types of trauma. Those are the stories that we need to start sharing. How did it affect your life? If you lost everything in that house fire or you lost everything during a hurricane or stuff, how did that transform your life? How did you rebuild your life? Those are the stories we really want to hear. How did you come back from it? How did you rebuild? We got to talk about those rebuilding stories. How can a workplace foster a culture of kindness without it feeling forced? It starts with leadership, guys. By letting your team show you, by giving them the chair, bringing them to the forefront. Those turtles in the back, they ran the race too. Let's give them some acknowledgement. Let's show some support for them as well. you know or if you go to an event and it's the Olympics, cheer for that last person that came in 110th place, because that person still showed up. Yeah, it didn't get the medal, it didn't get the first, second, and third place, the gold, the bronze, the silver, but they still ran the race. They still showed up. They still came for their country. They still delivered. Do you think kindness should be taught as a skill in school, and why? Absolutely, 100%. I believe we should. We should be teaching kindness to our children. We should be teaching kindness to our teachers, kindness to the principals, kindness to the teaching departments, kindness to education, in period. Homeschooling, kindness to homeschooling. We all learn in different ways. Let's start being kind. Schools can be right in Miss Liz's tea room. That's a classroom. That's a school. Every Tuesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m., there's a lesson. There's a story. There's exercises. There's ways and resources that you can connect with those guests, connect with Miss Liz. There's ways of collaboration. There's ways of community. There's ways of getting those people onto your platforms if you have a podcast, or if you have an organization that's hosting an event and webinar and you're looking for a speaker. If you need anybody that's on Tea Time with Miss Liz, let me know, and I will connect you with that person, because that's what Tea Time is about. Connection, collaboration, community. and celebrating one another. How do you encourage kindness in online spaces and social media? Well, that's a simple answer. Tea time. Tea time and Miss Liz's platforms. I just show up as I am, guys. And when I need help, I ask for help. Uh, I have my little circle of friends that I turn to. Um, I say it when I don't need comments and I don't need likes and loves, and then people are liking and loving and leaving comments. Are you actually listening to what Miss Liz has just said she needed? No. You're avoiding the boundary of what Miss Liz has just told you. You're avoiding what Miss Liz needs at that moment. We're so fast to just reply and share the loves and share the likes and click, 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 and followers and numbers and subscribers and all of that stuff. Numbers, if they're not authentic and not really there listening and supporting you, are they really there? Is the number really impacting your life, changing your life? I'd rather one person listen to Tea Time than 100 million people listen to Tea Time. Because that one person come to me and say, Miss Liz, thank you for today's show. Thank you for showing up. That's why I do it. I don't do it for the numbers, likes or loves. I do it to make the difference in people's lives. And my life sometimes gets heavy, but I still show up. How can kindness heal broken relationships? That's a hard one for me because most of my life it's been broken relationships, broken family, dysfunction, abandonment, neglect. So how do I keep showing up and being kind? Give them a chance, because anybody can change. You know, for years I had a lot of anger, and I always was, why me, why me, why me? But I've come to the point where people come into our lives either for a reason, a season, or a lesson. And I just let it do its thing. If you're going to hurt me, hurt me. Like I tell my kids and I tell everyone in my life, if you're going to hurt me with the truth. Don't hurt me with a lie. Just show up, be real. If you're going to leave me, leave me. If you're going to stay, stay. If you're going to do something that you know is going to hurt me, just tell me. Just be upfront. It saves a lot of time and energy. And that's real kindness to one another. In broken relationships, just being upfront and saying, you know what, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to cheat on you. I'm going to beat you. Just be upfront. Now, the Golden Heart legacy. The legacy of the Golden Heart, why I brought the Golden Heart to the table, why I put the Golden Heart into the cup, was because I was redirected earlier this year to bring different and to show different. Because it's not a beverage, it's the story within. That's the Golden Heart's legacy. What is your story? How do you want to leave your legacy? Do you want to be known as a victim, a survivor, a change maker, a storyteller, a leader, a creator, a designer? What legacy do you want to leave behind? Only you can do that. I can't tell you who to be. I can't tell you what your tea is. And that's why all my guests get asked that question. What is their tea? Tell me your story. Because I'm not here to tell you your story. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not a mind reader. I'm just a lady that wants to make a difference with tea. If you could be remembered for one act of kindness, what would it be? For me, it would be tea time. For me, it would be that I came with my tea each and every time. How do you keep your golden heart when others may not treat you with the same compassion? I've gotten judged, laughed, mocked at. There's that crazy lady with the tea. What is she going to do for the world with tea? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with tea. I'm going to show up and I'm going to spill it. And I'm going to make a difference with tea. What's the difference between kindness and people-pleasing? People-pleasing was something I struggled with for many years because I wanted people to love me. I no longer am a people-pleaser. I give you what I can give you. And if it's not for me, I will say thank you for the opportunity, but I will decline. I will pass and I will leave it for someone else. I'm not here for all of the opportunities. I'm not here for every event. I'm not here for every single thing that comes my way. I'm no longer people pleasing. I do what best for me. That's how I show up. How does living with a golden heart align with your life purpose? My golden heart is sometimes a broken heart. And just like a broken teacup, we seal it with gold. We bring the gold, we mend the gold, but are we ever the same? No, we're not. We can't go through trauma and abuse and neglect, grief, mental health, and pretend to be okay. We're not okay. And it's okay to say we're not okay. Like Jelly Roll's song, I'm not okay. When my kids ask me, Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. They know I'm not okay. So they just ask me again, are you sure you're okay, Mom? You know, but I really want to let everybody know I'm not okay. I'm fine. I'm finding ways. I'm showing up and I'm being true to me. And that's what the golden heart is. The golden heart is mending my broken pieces. My broken pieces that I bring to you each and every week. My story, my truth, my tea. How does living with a golden heart align with your life purpose? My life purpose was given to me at the age of 4. I'm 51 now, and I'm still serving, but I was given at the age of 4. Just be kind. Take time. Sip your tea. Drink your tea. Spill your tea. Remake your tea. Take out the tea. Celebrate it. Celebrate the wins. Getting up. Taking a shower. Showing up. Applying for a new job. Starting over. New relationships. New friendships. New events. New techniques. Those are things for showing up and aligning with your life purpose. Your life purpose is different than mine, and I'm never going to tell you how to align yours. I'm going to stand with you, side by side, not in front and not in back, side by side. I'm going to walk, fall, and get back up with all of you. What's one act of kindness you will commit to after today's conversation? I hope this conversation today with all of you guys really opens up the heart and mind in understanding what true, authentic kindness is. It starts with you, not with others, but with yourself. And I'm going to close up and come back to you tonight at 7 p.m. with Tara Hodgins. And we're going to talk about her book, Chasing Time. We're going to talk about social media and how it affects teenagers. We're going to bring you a different cup of tea at 7 p.m. But for each of these golden hearts, I want you to understand that it all started with self-belief in me. Just like anything you're creating or doing or making or designing or supplying to the community, to your family, to yourself, to the world through social media, be kind to yourself first. Kindness starts with you. And I'm going to end and I'm going to close up with the video of the song that my son wrote for me. He did not sing it, he wrote it. And I'm going to show you a little bit of what kindness looks like with Teatime and all the incredible people that I got to meet over the last 5 years. And this year is season 6, and we're coming in strong and we're serving strong. We're going to serve you 75 plus teas this year until the end of December. And then we'll start season 7, season 8, season 9, wherever Miss Liz decides to go with Teatime. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Lukeman, for joining me in the studio. Thank you to the viewers on Instagram, the viewers on LinkedIn, on TikTok, the viewers on YouTube. Thank you to all the supporters and people that listen to Miss Liz. And I hope you enjoyed today's Golden Hearts Tea Time as we shared the ripple effects of kindness with just sitting and listening to me for these last little few minutes. So again, thank you guys. And I'll see you guys at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keep being true to yourselves. Keep showing up for yourselves. And keep spilling your tea. And stay true to yourselves. Thank you all. And I'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a fresh new cup of tea.
I want to share a moment, just a second if you will, maybe even a cup of thrill. We could share this performance. Pour a cup, never shut up. T is for tragedy, and being together. E is for everyone and their equality. A is for being asinine and sometimes up. It's just a cup in time. I like tequila and light, like all of us. Not every moment we can be feeling fine. Pour a cup, never shut up. Come over here, have a moment with me. My name is Miss Lizzie. I don't ever smoke the busy, but we can always share some ditsies. It's just a cup in time. I like tequila and lime, like all of us. Not every moment we can be feeling fine. I wanna share a moment, just a second if you will, maybe even a cup of thrill. We can share this performance. It's tea time, come sit with me. Come over here, have a moment with me. My name is Miss Lizzie. I don't ever smoke the busy, but we can always share some ditsies. It's just a cup in time. I like tequila and lime, like all of us. Not every moment we can be feeling fine. I wanna share a moment, just a second if you will, maybe even a cup of thrill. We can share this performance. It's tea time, come sit with me. Come over here, have a moment with me. My name is Miss Lizzie. I don't ever smoke the busy, but we can always share some ditsies. It's just a cup in time. I like